Good evening, Coach. Appreciate you coming out tonight again for Warrior wrap-up. We're out here at Miami East, and not obviously the outcome that we were looking for. I know that you had different ideas tonight and had high hopes for this game.
Yeah.
Second half, I think we looked a lot better. But in this game, in a game like this, what's the biggest takeaway that your team can build on moving forward?
Yeah, I think we all kind of echoed some of the same things. We've been really proud of how our team has responded this year. I think that, ultimately our goal is to teach them about life through the game of football, right? And how are they going to be Christ-like in their response? And so we couldn't be more proud these last 2 weeks in the way that they responded by coming together, right?
Yes.
Being great teammates, being great brothers, right? Honoring the game, finishing the right way, all those things. So we're extremely proud of that piece. We just got to learn to not shoot ourselves in the foot, right? To start behind the chains, to run right depth, right? Make tackles in space, and little things that we can clean up. But overall, ultimately, just extremely impressed with the character of this team.
What did you see in terms tonight of leadership on the sidelines? What were you seeing when the score wasn't in your favor? What were you seeing out of the leadership tonight?
Yeah, I think exactly kind of what I was alluding to there, that there was never a moment where people were attacking one another, right? The blame, complain, defend, right? Everybody wants to talk about the BCD stuff, right? We didn't see any of that.
Sure.
Right? It was right, listening to the coaches, figuring out how we could respond the right way, and so it wasn't necessarily guys having to. I think the great piece is it's not one guy having to scream at people to get them doing the right thing. It's that everybody's really trying to do the right thing. And so,
well,
yeah.
That's one thing I've noticed and I just love so much already about the way your coaching style is. You give all the coaches lots and lots of leeway to get out there to do their thing, and you only step in when it's time. And I love that about you all, especially you in your leadership style. So I really appreciate that.
Yeah, I think it. Yeah, that's come because of how much I respect our coaching staff, with Coach Robertson and Coach Blevins and everybody that we have. I mean, we have one of the best coaching staffs in the state of Ohio, and so I need to let them coach.
Yes,
right?
sir.
And I need to find ways to lead outside of that, and I'm growing through that as well.
So, what areas do you see this week that the team really needs to maybe focus on? And I don't want to use the word regroup, because I don't feel like this is a regroup moment here. This is just to build on, I feel like.
I mean, listen, anytime you lose starting quarterback who's, I believe, the best player on the field every time he steps out there, right? Brody's, whether it's offensively, defensively, he's the best player on every game we play. He's going to be the best player on the field.
Sure.
So when you lose that, that's tough, right?
Yes.
Now Cam is very capable at quarterback.
Well, he came right in.
Right, he did great. But
yeah.
so we just need to rep it, right?
Sure.
It's different. So we need those reps. We need to know who we have, and so no major changes, just a little bit better execution, but understanding all those things.
I think you answered this question already a little bit earlier when we first were talking there. But tonight, how do you? I don't. Let me rephrase that. Sorry. Talking about the confidence level, because it seemed like their confidence level was always high.
Yeah.
No matter what the situation, whether it was 4th and 20 or it was 1st and 10, their confidence level. So, what is it that you do out there that enables that to happen? How do you empower that?
Yeah, I think it's right, there's a lot that goes into that, right? Of empowering our team to believe in our team. But a big part of that is our reaction as a coaching staff throughout the game and remaining positive and right, showing the boys that we believe in them, and in moments where they may mess up, not right, creating it like it's the end of the world, that they gave up a touchdown or a pass and trying to play the next play. So I think a big part of that is our response to those things and demonstrating to them that we believe and trust in them, and that we don't need somebody different. We just need them to make a different play.
Yes. Well, and every one of them have it inside of them to make the play. It's just doing it here and here, right?
Yep.
So one last question. I know you need to go. The bus is waiting here, but what is the message this week that you want to send to the players walking away from this one?
I think we shared it right there that, and what I said at the beginning, that ultimately we aren't playing for that scoreboard there, right?
Sure.
We're playing for a much larger scoreboard,
Yes.
and that's to honor God and everything that we do, right? And I couldn't be more proud of the way these boys are honoring God in their play. And yes, that there's some things that we need to execute a little bit better. But man, if they keep that attitude, staying together.
What happened right there at the end?
They keep that, right? We're gonna see success on the field too, but ultimately that's not right. That's not what we're judged on.
I almost forgot the real highlight was that was the onside kick. Yeah, thanks for the onside kick. And I saw you were. You and I are short guys, but I think you were off the floor by about 3 feet.
Man,
so.
It was just really cool. You know, again, we haven't been able to practice that because our kicker's a soccer player. That's a first ever onside kick he's ever done. We challenged the kids and said, we just want to see practice this, and that's who this team is. We ask them to do something, they give everything they have to execute that, and with that type of attitude, like I said, we'll see some success on this field.
Exactly. Well, Coach Hurst, we really appreciate you tonight coming out for Warrior Wrap Up. I'm Bruce Horseman, and this is DCS Warrior Wrap Up.